Go get on the track.
Welcome to Convinced and Confident. My name is Sarah Gilmore, and my co-host is Tamara Bluedorn. And each week we bring to you an inspiring message or person that will help you on your journey to self-discovery. I was complaining about having no shoes till I met a man who had no feet. Confucius. Latitude for gratitude. What are we thankful for? Tamara, do you think gratitude is something worthwhile?
Oh, absolutely. I think it plays a big part in your life. When I think of gratitude is, of course, the word grateful, being thankful for my present state.
Yes.
Being thankful for whatever has occurred in the past. I'm still here, present, and still blessed.
Yes, because it could all be much worse. So often, though, Tamara, we aren't grateful. Most of the time we hear people complaining all the time. And guess what? I'm guilty too. How about you?
We all have done it before.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And we shouldn't. We actually should do the opposite. We're happy or grateful once we get a new promotion, a new house, a new car, a new hairdo, new clothes. But we're actually doing it backwards. You're supposed to be grateful first. And then not only will those things that we truly desire and work for come, but it opens the door for many more things if we're grateful.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And when you're saying that, first I want to know, why do you think we should be grateful?
Because life could be so much worse than it actually is. You know, gratitude, Tamara, is actually an emotion. And an emotion, when we're people who have emotion, it controls actually so many other things.
Okay.
Including how we see life, what happens in our life.
Actions.
Mm-hmm. Our attitude of gratefulness makes a world of difference.
You're right.
And even in what we believe.
Absolutely. And I think that has me thinking.
About
where,
what?
like, I have to manage the staff a lot.
Okay. Yes.
And you hear them complaining often of, don't get paid enough, I do too much work, they don't do enough, or I don't want to work here, I want to work there.
Yes.
Or I should get paid this amount of dollars. And I'm saying.
And you hear it with everybody.
Yes. You hear it in different places. And I understand the employee-employer relationship and that kind of thing. But are you sure you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing on your job?
That's right. That's right.
Or whomever you're working for, whatever service you're providing to someone. Did you do what you're supposed to do so that somewhere
around, yes,
you'll get the blessing that you think you deserve or know you deserve?
So often people think we deserve much more than we get. Everybody thinks that it's never enough. But if you take a moment and be grateful for what you have, do you realize how many people are out there looking for jobs and can't find one? And we're complaining about the job that we do have. There's so many people who want a job, who need a job. They can't find one because the world is changing, in case you haven't noticed.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And they're having to change their skills in order to keep up so you can be employed.
Exactly.
And it also had me thinking with the job again, where I manage, they'll complain oftentimes, I don't want to work at this place. I want to work at this one.
Yes.
Because this one's so much easier and everybody's much calmer there than working at this place. And that, some of the other places, they're all different.
They're all different.
What is going on in
That's
there.
right.
And so you hear this constantly. I'm like, no, we're not going to change you. You're very good over here. So I think my best people should be here with these people. But as soon as the product has decreased.
Yes.
Everybody's looking like Tamara, me and the manager of, do you have work for me to do?
Right. So you're trying to find enough hours for them to keep them employed.
Yes.
While they're complaining
Yeah, when I had plenty, you're
Yes.
complaining about which place you work at.
Yes.
Now it's down temporarily. Now I can just let you go.
Right. You could lay them
like
off.
where you were working
Yes.
anyway.
Yes.
But instead, we scramble and made sure that you still have employment and can eat.
You know, if you change to that attitude of gratitude, it even makes a job that you really aren't happy about. It makes it easier to do.
You're exactly
It makes
right.
life easier. I even thought about it. You're talking about our work life. Think about the relationships we're in. Oh,
Yes.
Lord, my husband never does enough. He can't do this. He can't do that. I have to do everything myself. But if you took a moment and at least were thankful, list a few things that he does do correctly and positively. Secondly, you might need to say it to him or her or whoever that significant other is. Say it to them. When you let a person know that you're grateful for what they do, doesn't it change the whole atmosphere? It changes the
Yes.
focus, doesn't it?
I've never heard that.
It changes your focus. You see things differently once you become grateful. It makes
I like that.
everything easier. Even breathing becomes
You
easier.
feel lighter.
You feel lighter.
You feel lighter.
Right. I read a quote one day that said, life is so simple, but man insists on making it complicated.
Absolutely. I would agree.
Right. And an
It
attitude
does.
of gratitude would change so many things if we would just
it
do
would
it.
let you see things a little more simpler.
Yes, you would.
It would allow you to figure out, you know, what I'm thinking about, like you said, and
Yes.
people who complain often.
All the time.
If you just breathe for a moment,
Yes.
think about it, get grateful and be thankful for all the blessings you
Yes.
are, you know, receiving. And first, you're at least still here and breathing.
Yes, you are.
I think that's a big
That's
blessing.
a big one.
I might can start figuring out how to solve some of these issues
Yes.
that I find
Complex
yes
at
there
this
you
time.
go. There you go.
You know,
you
there
go.
was an old gospel that I used to hear all the time in my community. They would say, count your blessings. Name them how? One by
I
one.
remember.
Count your blessings. That makes a lot of sense. I don't even know if they actually knew what they were saying, but they were putting that count your blessings into the atmosphere. And just putting it out there into the atmosphere again, change the focus
Absolutely.
for everybody.
Change the direction. Where
Be
you're
grateful.
Going.
Well, Tamara, tell me a couple of other things that we can do to become more grateful or to express our attitude of gratitude.
Well, first, I think to express it daily.
That's good.
By expressing it daily.
That's a good one.
And frequently.
Very good.
That it changes the focus.
It becomes a habit.
And yes, it becomes your habit.
It becomes a habit.
I think for me, oftentimes, if I get into a rut, I'll say, okay,
stop.
Mm-hmm. Just change the thinking. And I remember, be grateful for Tamara. Be grateful for everything you've come through, everything that's going on now. You're still here, breathing. You can always change the condition or state you think you're in at that point.
Yes, you can. And the season that we're in now, everybody, we're rushing about getting ready for Christmas, thinking about the birth of Jesus Christ and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But do we stop for a moment and say, thank you? Are we really grateful for the life that we've been given, for the relationships that we have, for the things that we have? Are we really grateful for that during this season? I call this the season of gratefulness. Tamara, do you think of it that way?
Yes, I absolutely do. Younger, of course.
Right.
You weren't thinking about that because I love Christmas.
Right.
I love Christmas.
Right.
Favorite time of year. But the older I get, most definitely, you really get, for me, I've gotten very conscious of being grateful for every moment. Every year we're all here. All of those things are important to me.
When we were talking a few minutes ago about some things we could do to show that we're grateful and to help us be more grateful. And one of the things you said was express it daily. Did we talk about writing it down?
No, we did.
Okay.
No, we did.
That's a good one, I think, making a list. And probably the best time to make the list for me might be different for you. When I get ready to go to bed at night.
Okay.
That's when I take a moment and say thank you for the day that I've just experienced. That's a good time for me to write down some things that I'm grateful for instead of the things I'm complaining about, but write down the things that I'm grateful for. That's a perfect time to do it.
Mine usually is in the morning.
Oh.
Because I'm this hyper
Yes,
person.
yes, you are.
Anyway, ready to go. Got everything on my mind. Let me go.
Yes.
That I have to say, okay, wait a minute. So
Let
I
me
can get
see.
myself together.
Right.
Be grateful. Thank you. Just woke up.
You just
so
woke
be
up.
grateful for that, especially. Can we please?
That's
what
true.
I say to myself. Then I run down my list of things I'm grateful for, and then I start. Okay, but it actually slows me down.
It does
and
slow
gives
you
me
down.
The proper, like you said, focus.
Exactly. That is really one of the keys. Just slow down a moment. Don't stop, but take it easy for just a moment. And to continue being grateful for what you have been given, for what we all have been given. There's a quote that I have, a very simple one that says, "Today, I choose to live with gratitude for love that fills my heart, for peace that fills my spirit, and for the voice of hope that says, all things are possible." Latitude for gratitude.
And I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year and continue to be grateful. That's our show, and we thank you for listening. If you like our show, Convinced and Confident, please leave us a rating and download us on Apple Podcasts and Google Play.